Howdy folks, and welcome to the 6th of 72 Rosé Etude mini masterclasses. We're up to number 6 and we're up to the first of the staccato etudes. Now again, I'm going to tell you the best way to practice this, and the best way to practice this is actually to play it as a repeated note scale, so same rhythm but repeated note scale. Now it's at 92, which is quite daunting really, especially when you've got those tongue sextuplets, because a tongue sextuplet at 80 is actually the equivalent of 4 semiquavers at 120. So and you want to get that dotted rhythm right, so what I would do those semiquavers very clipped, because it is written with a rest rather than the full. But what I would recommend is that you take it back to 80 to make it a bit easier, so that the sextuplets I would recommend that you start C to C, the 2 octaves, so middle C. Etc. So that, and the good thing about doing a chromatic is that you're doing it for so long, you're really strengthening the tongue. So etc. And when you get up to about the G, you may find that you might get an undertone in the sound, and if that's the case, you really need to up your support and maybe open up a little bit in here to maybe raise the tongue a little bit in the mouth. So what I'll do is I'll focus in on my throat, and you can see what I mean. You see my embouchure doesn't change, but you probably see some movement in the throat. Again, I'm not aware I'm doing that. So that once you're through with this, you can then try playing the notes. What you need to do is use the tongue merely as something to stop the reed, rather than to stop the air, because if you stop the air, well, I can't even do it. Because you need an incredibly light tongue. But don't stop the air and keep the support going here. Let's see if you can see that. especially here in the third line, because you've got those wide octave leaps and more than octave leaps, you want to support it. So keep the support going. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got the same thing again. So, four or five lines from the end. And I keep saying this, but support the lower note so that the upper note comes out a lot better. And it's actually in the last two lines that you get those nasty sextuplets that keep going. So in the last two lines, let me play this for you at a couple of different speeds, and then I'll play it up to speed. If I come across anything, I'll stop and we'll work on that. So this is at 80. See what happens when you let your support go? Okay, so that's at 80. It's a really demanding blow, this. So I'm going to take it up to 92. I'm just going to have the metronome beating, but I'm not necessarily going to play directly from it. So this is number 6. So what we're thinking of here is very light staccato. Do that staccato exercise. And 3 words again, slow practice metronome. So even 80 is probably too fast. Take it at 66, whatever. I have a pretty good staccato, but this is a really hard piece. Even for the endurance. That's why I recommended that you do the chromatic, because it really builds up the endurance in the tongue. It's not good enough just to have a fast, light staccato, but one that lasts, so that I could quite happily it's especially hard when you go over the rake. endurance, especially in a piece like this. So let's see how it goes. Okay folks, so that is the 6th of the Rosé Etudes and the first of the real difficult staccato ones. So I hope that what I've said is a little bit of help to you, and please join me again for number 7.